Okay, in this video, I want to go over the 3 ways that I manifest as a high-performing entrepreneur without it being woo-woo. If you don't know who I am, I'm Luke Anning. I'm the anti-self-sabotage coach for scaling entrepreneurs. We help clients with identity work, personal systems, performance accountability. I'm really just doing everything that they can to level themselves up. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, then welcome back. So let's get straight into it. And by the way, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do, because I'm going to keep firing out some banger content for you. So the first way in which I manifest is using something called a manifesto. Now, the reason this creates some massive change is what it is it's the way that I created it was I created a load of different questions around all of my future reality. And a big issue that a lot of people have is they say, oh, I want to make more money, or maybe I want more freedom, or maybe I want this, maybe I want that. But your brain will only create more things as you get really specific on what it is exactly that you want. And so what I did was, right now it's on a Sunday, it's my Sunday time. In my manifesto, it literally says things like, on the weekends, I have a peace weekend where I spend time with myself, I spend time with high value, high level people. The reason that this is so important is in your brain, you've got something called the Reticular Activating System. Basically, put it like this: your brain will process millions of different bits of information all at a different time. Like, you're taking in so many things listening to this video whilst we're here, but you're seeing the background, you're seeing all of this. And anyhow, I have this in my manifesto every day. I do a little walk and I'm listening and I'm reading my manifesto over and over and over again. And what I'm doing is I'm training my brain to look for those types of things. And the reason for that is you are always between who you used to be and who you're becoming. And so if you're consistently just working hard, and you're like, why am I working so hard? But I keep creating all this chaos and I'm not enjoying my life and I'm not enjoying the things that I want to. It's because you don't have a clear enough vision for what you want to be doing. And so that's where you need to be having that clear vision in your manifesto. So that's the first way in which I manifest. The second way in which I manifest, and this has probably been the most helpful thing that has changed my clients' lives and changed my life. Way back when, I tried so many different subconscious things. I wrote affirmations, I wrote things on my wall, I tapped on my face, and all these things had a value. But what I really needed to do was train my brain when it's at the most receptive state of the day, right in the morning or right in the evening, and I listened to something called a Neuropsycho visualization. So this is a custom track that I've created where we put you into a calm, peaceful, grounded state so that I'm ready for it. And then I describe in sensory detail all the different situations, all the different lifestyles, everything that I want. And so the reason again for this is Reticular Activating System. My brain is going to start looking for those things. And I knew when this changed because the first time that I came to Colombia, I was manifesting being in Colombia and I was doing these tracks, and I was running around my hometown, just going for a 5K run. And it got to a point where I was on the 5K run where I was like, this isn't Colombia. This is not Medellin. This is not where I want to be. And when I had that friction, when you have that, a lot of people take this as a negative, that when they get a negative charge on something, they're like, oh, I don't feel like this is right. Or I don't feel like I should be doing this. That's actually a really good thing because that means you're ready for your next level. And so the second thing that I do is the Neuropsycho visualization. It doesn't need to take a long time. You just need to have a specialist practitioner. It takes about 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the evening, and then I'm good to go. Now, the third way in which I manifest, and this is kind of a backwards concept, but I want to explain it, is after I've done the manifesto and the Neuropsycho visualization, I set my day up as if the advice is coming from my future self. And so everything that you should be doing should have an intention to it. If you feel like you're on autopilot or things aren't changing or you're not growing, you're not challenging yourself, you're not making big moves, that's because you're living on autopilot. So if things are feeling like, oh, same shit, different day, even though you're wanting big things and you're wanting to grow, it's likely because you're not challenging yourself. And a lot of people say, well, I'm out of my comfort zone right now and I don't enjoy this. Granted, but you might still be that uncomfortableness you're feeling right now and not being happy with your situation might be your default. And so I set my day up every single day. I put inside my calendar, what are the specific things that I need to be doing to actually hit my goals? And I know that sounds so cliche, but how easy is it to just get in the day and just be reactive and whatever comes up, comes up. And so there's a difference between you being reactive versus proactive. And so every single day I'm being proactive with what are the things that I'm doing intentionally. And that can include in the weekend. Like I'm not doing this now because I'm like, oh yeah, I've got to be working. I'm doing this because this is my rest and recovery, and that feeds the work that I'm doing. Rest and recovery is the performance. And that's what so many high performers get wrong, because they think they need to be hustling all day, every day. But actually, when you get these opportunities to reflect, to get space and to get clarity, that's when your journey will really, really open up. And so I hope that you got a lot from this little training. If you enjoyed this, then make sure to subscribe. Again, the things that I do to manifest a crazy reality is one, doing and reading my manifesto. Super simple. It's just a bunch of questions to create a really sensory sense of where is the vision? Where am I actually moving to? Two, I do the Neuropsycho visualization in the morning and in the evening. And third, I set my day up intentionally so that I am proactive rather than reactive on my day. And that's all there is to it. And from there, then week on week, I'm adjusting. So with that said, I'm Luke Anning. Hope you enjoyed this video, and we shall see you in the next one. Bye.